reoccurring guest because that means they love Vegas Live with Ninon, and of course I'm your host. And George from Lazy Eye Productions.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. He's got the lazy eye. It's funny, when it says lazy eye, he was bringing out a clothing line called Lazy Star. So we have a
there you go.
little something in common going on there. Now I understand you're bringing out a new movie. What's this new movie?
Yes, the new film we're working on is called Policy. Look for it. Yes, it starts.
Policy. Have you started it? Is it
Oh yes. Well, there's a teaser trailer is out at the moment.
So why don't I have the teaser trailer on Facebook?
It's let's blame your executive producer.
Well, Nick Blaze.
My bad.
Nick
Yes,
Blaze.
it's Mr. Blaze over there.
Mr. Blaze over there. Now, Mr. Blaze has worked with you.
Oh yes,
Both
he's worked with us.
together.
Yes, he's worked with us on films. Been on interviews together. Great guy, upstanding guy.
Yeah, he is definitely. He's my producer, of course.
Of course.
He's the best. So
He taught me a couple of things too.
there you go. So let's talk about this movie. How long? You know, movies take a long time, and I had a couple of other producers on, and you know, they don't take. You know, they think of an idea, just do it. It's a long procedure.
Yes.
What is the procedure of your movie?
Well, see, it really depends on the sort of film. Because if it's a short film, a lot of times we can knock it out in a day.
Yes.
Yes. But this would be a more extended, it's a more multi-layered story.
Okay.
I mean, the best way to put it is it's almost like our take on Pulp Fiction.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's like as in what it has in common is that it's so many stories happening at once.
Okay. Yes.
That the viewer gets to decide which order they want to place them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Of how you want to place it or what you want to see.
We're getting a lot of local Vegas talent in it. You know, shout out to the Vegas talent out there. So
A big shout out to the Vegas talent because there's a lot of fabulous Vegas. I mean, I just had Rebecca on, and she said she uses a lot of the Vegas talent. Do we not realize there's such great talent here?
I think people have this misconception that in Las Vegas the talent pool is small.
Yeah.
You know, when in reality it's much larger than people think, and it's the up and coming is enormous. And then out here in Vegas, what we have, as opposed to other places they have actors, they have directors, they have photographers, and that's it. Here in Vegas, the actor will also be a producer, will also be a director, will also be a musician. You know, it's vice versa.
You say they have multiple talents here. You have multiple talents. You know, everybody has multiple talents of doing multiple things. And I think that's something because the music industry, which is what Vegas truly is, it's the music industry. You don't work all the time.
No.
You don't work, so therefore you've got to have other talents. So they go into acting because, I mean, if you go on stage, you're an actor, right?
Well, essentially everybody is an actor every day. When you go to a job, for example, those that are not actors, but when you go to a job that you hate, for example,
yes,
you're acting that you love your boss. You know?
I love it,
I don't get my Christmas bonus. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You're acting. You know, we all know how to control our tongue when we need to.
Absolutely.
So
we know what to say when we have to say it, and how we have to say it.
Even Nick Blaze.
Diplomacy. Even Nick Blaze. Diplomacy.
I see you behind the camera. It's all right. We'll break the fourth wall. But yes.
So what are you sort of building up right now?
Lazy Eye Productions is exactly that, production. We're into producing whatever it is that we can do. For now, we do a lot of films. We do a lot of short films, but we also eventually want to get the clothing line going on, maybe music. I'm getting into photography as well.
So what's your clothing line going to be called? Lazy Eye?
Crispy. No. Probably Lazy Wear.
Lazy Wear.
I have several different names, several ideas, together with my partner Shane Nicholson, who is unfortunately not able to be here today. Shout out to Shane.
Shane, good to see you. Not see you. You're there. I can see you.
There you go. She sees you.
I see you.
Yes. So yes, unfortunately he cannot be here today, but he's with me. He's sitting right here. So, but we want to do the clothing line and whatever it is that we can do, because that's why most people, when they put productions, they stick to only one thing, whether it's music or film.
I think they used to, but I think Vegas is, as you said before, Vegas has got such a multiple. Everybody has such a multiple things.
Learn to own that word, productions.
Productions with an S on the end.
With an S at the end, as in producing whatever comes to mind.
And it could be anything. It could be producing clothes. It could be doing anything.
Maybe you want to make a taco or a hamburger line.
There you go. Now, what is your favorite as an entrepreneur? Because that's what you are in Vegas. You're an entrepreneur. You do a lot of things in Vegas. You wear a lot of hats, like all of us wear a lot of hats in Vegas. Become very famous. What is your real talent? What you really like? Writing.
I love to write. That's just always been my biggest thing. Whether it's short stories, whether it's scripts, films. poetry, whatever it is that comes out inside. I don't remember 4 years old and back, but I remember 5 and on, and I've been writing since I was 5 years old.
Since you were 5 years old?
Yes.
And things just come to you whether you're driving or whether you're walking or whatever you're doing. Because most people think you have to sit down and have to actually sort of have something in front of you.
Well, anybody who's ever worked with me, and Miss Nick can attest to this, we could be in the most random of areas. I'll be like, wait, an idea just came to my mind.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of times I won't even have a script. I'll just tell my actors.
So you are very creative then in your mind, within your mind.
Then he laughs.
They're all laughing. Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. Coming from you, I'll take it.
You'll take it. No, you are creative because anybody who's in the entertainment business has to be creative.
Oh yes, you know.
Because otherwise you're not going to move forward. But what I like to hear about Las Vegas is Las Vegas seems to be building up. I'm listening to a lot of producers today. And they seem to be building up what's going on in Vegas and how great Vegas is becoming.
Oh, it is.
And it is. Why?
Why is it great?
No, why is it becoming?
Why is it becoming great? Well, because I tend to feel that Vegas for the longest time didn't really have culture. If you look at it, because people say, "Oh, it doesn't have culture." It has culture, but in reality, it
you couldn't
did.
find it.
No, well, no, it's not that. It's just it did. For example, back in the day, when you look at like the Rat Pack, you look at Elvis, you look at all those times. It was so full of culture, and then for the longest time, we kind of just drifted along.
Yes.
It's almost like we were like, people come here, Sin City, and they stay there. And that's it.
Well, they were all about the same age, so they all kind of retired and disappeared.
And Vegas kind of laid stagnant there, and all of a sudden now you see with the, what has happened with downtown, the Fremont Street experience, how the Strip has become much more vibrant, city center, how everything's just growing, and then the music scene is starting to grow, and then independent film, yourself, these talk shows and things like that. Vegas is starting to kind of get its own
feeling.
I don't know if that's really the word. It's starting to get its culture back.
Its culture back.
It's not that it ever really lost it. It's like when you put something in an attic.
It was lying dormant for a little while.
There you go. Thank you. Great choice of words.
Stagnant.
Stagnant.
There you go.
There you are. We're all going to come up with a word. How many words do you have out there? My audience out there, amazing. And I'd like to give a shout out to my audience out there. You've always been amazing. For Vegas Live with Ninon, really, and for Nick, and for all the producers, and what we're trying to do, because we are trying to do what you're saying, is bring Vegas into the forefront.
Exactly.
And we're trying to let Vegas, let people know what Vegas is about, not just entertainment, but for film.
We basically want to break that old, well I do anyway, that old saying.
I do too, I'm going to go along with you.
There we go. Where they say that old saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? No. If somebody starts becoming successful here as an actor, let them branch out somewhere else.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If there's a band that people like here, let them go somewhere else. Why should it have to stay in Vegas?
Here. It shouldn't stay in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas will become nurtured and cultured here and then branch off to other areas.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I said, when they look at New York, they look at California, they look at other places, they're like, wow, they have a strong, music scene or strong film scene. And in Vegas, they don't see that.
We have all of it. No, we seem to have all of it though, because we have the film industry, we have the...
But here's the thing, we know that.
Yes.
But now our job is to teach everyone else.
And that's what we're doing. And also with people like you, George, we're able to get it out there because he's actually in Vegas showing people what Vegas has to offer.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So what is your next project?
Next project right now currently is called Policy. Look for it. It will be released hopefully by the end, hopefully July.
Good.
Hoping for that. The teaser trailer is out. I will send it to your executive producer so you can show it.
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Nick, yes, thumbs up, thank you. And just honestly with Lazy Eye, it's just you always just have to see what comes next.
Absolutely. Well, don't forget, look up Lazy Eye, go to their website.
Oh yes, and that's Leyzeye, not Lazy. It's always a play on words.
It's always a play on words, and that's what makes you different. Thank you, George.
Thank you. Oh yes, and Dr. Pepper. We always talk about Dr. Pepper in our series that we have, the Lazy Guys. We're hoping to actually get sponsored by them. Dr. Pepper, please. Even Diet Dr. Pepper.
Hey, wait a second. Get Dr. Pepper to come and sponsor Vegas Live with Ninon. We'll put your name everywhere. And we'll attach Lazy Eye to it. And we'll attach George. So let's make this a whole global thing. Come on.
She'll wear a Dr. Pepper coat.
Dr. Pepper emblem, right? Has
Shane
Dr.
myself.
Pepper. I have Dr. Pepper here. And Dr. Pepper everywhere. And George.
Since we can't decide his name, we'll just call him Nick Pepper too. That's fine.
Yeah, Nick Pepper. There you go.
There we go.
We'll be back.
Thank you.